An early passage in Sir John Perrot's life by Letitia Elizabeth Landon. The evening tide is on the turn, so calm the waters flow. There seems to be one heaven above, another heaven below. The blue skies broken by white clouds, the river by white foam, where stars reflect themselves and seem to have another home. A shade upon the elements, 'tis of a gallant bark, her stately sides fling on the wave an outline dim and dark. The difference this by things of earth and things of heaven made. The things of heaven are traced in light and those of earth in shade. Wrapped in his cloak, a noble knight stepped to and fro the deck, revolving all those gentler thoughts the busier day hours check. A thousand sad, sweet influences in truth and beauty lie within the quiet atmosphere of a lone starry sky. A shower of glittering sparkles fell from off the dashing oar, as a little boat shot rapidly from an old oak on shore. His eye and pulse grew quick, the knight's his heart kept no true time in its unsteady beating with the light oar's measured chin. Thou hast loitered, so in sooth should I, thine errand be thy plea. And now what of my lady bride, what guardian sent she me? Or sat she lonely in her bower, or lovely in the hall? How looked she when she took my gift? Sir page, now tell me all. I found her with a pallid cheek, and with a dropping head. I left her, and the summer rose was not a gladder yet. And she murmured something like the tones a lute has in its chords. So very sweet the whisper was, I have forgotten the words. A health to thee, my lady love, a health in Spanish wine. Tonight I pledge no other health, I'll name no name but thine. The young page hid his laugh, then dropped in reverence on his knee. In sooth, good master, that I think tonight may scarcely be. While kneeling at your lady's feet another dame passed by, the lion in her haughty step, the eagle in her eye. And though the good knight barred her gems, God's truth will do the same. A pleasant meaning lit the smile that to her proud eyes came. She took the fairest of her gems upon her glittering hand, with her own fingers fastened it upon a silken band, and held it to the lamp, and said, like this stone's spotless flame, so tell your master that I hold his high and knightly fame. Low on his bending knee the knight received that precious stone, and bold and proud the spirit now that in his dark eyes shone. Up from your sleep, my mariners, for the break of day, and even now the stars are pale, I must be miles away. The spray fell from the oars in showers as in some fairy hall. They say in melting diamonds the charmed fountains fall. And though as said the very stars the dark grew the night, yet far behind the vessel left a track of silver light. They saw again that selfsame shore which way that morn had passed, on which they'd looked, as those who know such look may be the last. Then out he spoke, the helmsman old, I marvel we should go, just like a lady's messenger on the same path to and fro. And 'tis to see a lady's face this homeward task we ply, or what the proudest of us all were proud to catch her eye. A royal gift our queen hath sent, and it were sore disgrace if that I first put on her gem and not before her face. On the terrace by the river side there stood a gallant band. The very flower of knight and dame were they of English land. The morning wind tossed ostrich plum and stirred the silken train. The morning light from gold and gem was mirrored back again. There walked the Queen Elizabeth. You knew her from the rest, more by the royal step and eye than by the royal vest. There flashed, for now the step was stayed, the falcon eye was still, the fiery blood of Lancaster, the haughty Tudor's will. A lady by the balustrade, a little way apart, leaned languidly indulging in that solitude of heart which is love's empire, tenanted by visions of his own. Such solitude is soon disturbed, such visions sooner flown. Love's pleasant time is with her now, for she hath hope and faith, which think not what the lover doth, but what the lover saith. Upon her hand wears a ring with a heart avow. The voices whispering at her side, what doth she blush for now? A noble galley valiantly comes on before wind, Her sails are dyed by the red sky she's leaving fast behind. None ever marked the ship that swept so eagerly along. The lady knew the flag, and when half lover's eye been wrong? The lonely lady watched. Meantime went on the converse gay. It was as if her spirits caught the freshness of a day. Good omens such a morn as this, her Grace of England said. Old progress down, our noble Thames hath Sir John Perrot made. Then spoke Sir Walter Raleigh, with a soft and silvery smile, and an earnest gaze that seemed to catch the Queen's least look the while. Methinks that every wind in heaven will crowd his sails to fill, and goeth he not forth to do his gracious sovereign's will. With that the bark came bounding up, then stayed her in her flight, and right beneath the terrace she mourned her in the sight. "Now, by my troth," exclaimed the Queen, "it is our captain's bark, what brings the loiterer back again." Her eye and brow grew dark. "Fair Queen," replied a voice below, "I pay a vow of mine, and never yet was voyage delayed by worship at the shrine." He took the jewel in his hand and bent him on his knee, then flung the scarf around his neck, where all the gem might see. His white plums swept the very deck, yet once he glanced above. The courtesy was for the Queen, the glance was for his love. "Now fare thee well," then said the Queen, "for thou art a true knight." But even as she spoke the ship was flitting from the sight. Who to the Spaniards and the gold amid the Indian seas, then rode the thunder of the deck upon the southern breeze. For bravely Sir John Perrot bore our flag across the main, and England's bells for victory rang when he came home again.